Hey, made it to the airport. Had a really great Uber driver. I'm gonna have to tell you about him. So, learned some very interesting things. He used to work for Amazon, and he had some really interesting things to say about their culture and stuff. So, I hate flying. I really do. I like much better talking to you guys. So the guy behind me is getting an extra special search because he left a big knife in his pocket. Man, I haven't done that since they institute all this stuff. So, one improvement I've seen out here, look at this. These little lights with the plug-ins everywhere, this is great. Everybody is so connected.
All right, folks, we're now boarding all passengers for Baltimore, flight 963.
How rude that he would interrupt me.
Continuing on to Albany.
My goodness.
Looking
Yes,
for
you over there?
Amanda Alec and Sean Stewart, all to gate C, 42, please.
Yeah, get there quick. So, anyway, we have always had a problem at the airports of never having enough plug-ins. And so I'm really happy to see this. I'm flying Southwest today. And because Southwest has a cheap flight that's direct Tampa to Austin. And so that's what I'm doing. Now, another complaint. I have not had a Diet Dr. Pepper since the hurricane. Now, I know that there's a lot more important shit out there, but what happened to all the Diet Dr. Pepper in the area? Diet Coke it is, secondary. Okay, so I've still got this cough. My darn asthma. And I think that a lot of it is kicked up by the mold from the house. We're still battling that, and we've had people out multiple times. We've had to seal off a portion of the house and everything because it's got mold in it. They're coming out again today. I'm not there. My wife's going to take care of it. But now, so my Uber driver that I mentioned, he said that he worked for Amazon and that he was he was driving truck out there for them, and that I guess doing deliveries. And he said he got all of his stuff done and everything, but that he was salaried, and that sometimes he'd start at 7 a.m. and he wouldn't finish until 11 p.m. at night and everything to get all of his stuff done. He said that the culture there was really, really stringent, and that drivers were quitting every day and everything because they couldn't meet the demands of it, and because it's such a grind. And I've heard this about Amazon before. I've heard they're a very tough company to work for. And but he's the first time I've encountered somebody who's worked there and then quit. We had a facility open up about a year ago that is in our area, and a huge warehouse and everything. And it offers us, quicker delivery on things, but at the same time, there's this grind that they do. And he says he just changed the grind from Amazon to Uber, and that if he's lucky, he makes $100 a day in profit. He said that he's only been doing it a month, and that in that month he's put 10,000 miles on his car. He typically will do about $200 in bookings for the day, and if he's lucky, he'll end up with $100 in his pocket. And he talks about, though, that it costs them, so Uber takes 33% of each fare, and then he's got to cover his own gas, his own maintenance on his car and everything. And they do also pay him 52 cents a mile, I think is what he said. So, maybe that's, I don't know if that's on top of it or if that's included or whatnot, but anyway, it is definitely a grind for him, and he says he's really, it'd be good for secondary income, but to make a living doing it, he says not really. He can't really make enough money driving Uber, especially with all of the competition and everything. So, and then he can end up accepting a ride you know, from local that'll take him to like Orlando or something like that. And, you know, we're near Tampa. And then, you know, he can either wait around for a ride going back or just has to drive back with not earning anything on it. In the trucking industry, we called that deadheading. But anyway, you know, it's just interesting to see how he's struggling. This guy's smart too. So this guy is well educated. He's in his 50s, and I can tell just talking to him that he's very smart. But it's quite a struggle for him to make ends meet, and that's you know, that sucks. It sucks that it has to be such a hard struggle for somebody who's so educated. So I went for lunch at a Mexican place, and they had a mariachi band and everything. I didn't know. And good thing they had pictures on the menu, because none of it was in English. But the food was good. You know, I was walking on the other side of the road until I saw that. That, folks, is right over the sidewalk. Oh, that'd be a shitty day.